Welcome back. Now that you've finished this tutorial series, what is your next step? Are you ready to make games yet? You probably could. I would recommend checking out a HaxeFlixel tutorial first. I would recommend the one on HaxeFlixel's website. That one's very nice. And that tutorial is also how I learned HaxeFlixel. But at some point, I want you to stop relying on tutorials as much. Tutorials are excellent for beginners, but they don't teach you everything. You won't find a tutorial on how to develop the exact game that you want to make. So because there aren't any tutorials for the exact thing that you want to make, you will eventually need to become a good problem solver. You'll need to learn how to identify a problem in your code or a feature that you want to add and figure out how to fix that problem. To build your problem solving skills, you simply need to find problems to solve. And you do that by making your own projects, making your own games, and asking questions about things that you don't understand. The single best place to ask for questions in the HaxeFlixel world is in the Haxe Discord server. There is a Flixel channel where you can ask anything HaxeFlixel related. Don't be afraid to ask stupid questions, because there are no stupid questions. Once you know a little bit more about HaxeFlixel, you can also use the API reference. The API reference is found at api.haxeflixel.com. And in here, you find a list of every single class in HaxeFlixel. If you use the search bar, you can, for example, search for Sprite, and you'll find FLX Sprite. If you go there, you'll find everything you need to know about FLX Sprite, including all of its variables and functions that it has. In the case of FLX Sprite, there's also superclasses. It extends FLX Object, and FLX Object extends FLX Basic, like I mentioned in the inheritance tutorial. To find those variables, you won't find them in the FLX Sprite page, you'll find them in the FLX Object and FLX Basic pages. So you need to go to FLX Object to find the collision functions, for example. But you can search for whatever you want here. This is what FLX Game does. Here you'll find all the constructor arguments. Here's where you change the FPS. Here's where you skip the splash screen. You can also choose to start the game in full screen. But there is an immense amount of features in HaxeFlixel, and I can't possibly teach them all in this tutorial series. So it is up to you to learn how these things work yourself. But the reason I showed you this is because this is just another way of finding solutions to your problems. Looking through FLX Sprite or FLX Game or whatever you want to find a certain function or variable that you might need can be very useful. And of course, you can just Google for answers if you want to. And if you are absolutely stuck on a problem, you can also look for a workaround to the problem that you have. Instead of trying to solve that specific problem, just trying to find a different way to solve that problem. So, with all that said, this is the last video in the series. There are still bonus videos for a little extra knowledge if you want to check them out. So if you decide to do that, then I'll see you in the next video. But if not, good luck and enjoy yourself.